I'm sorry. You're not really seeing the Dalish at their best.
No, I'm saying that they're average.
We're good people that look out for each other. Just not today, apparently.
Is there anything I can do to help?
It's kind of you to ask. I'm fine. Even if my people don't appreciate my efforts, I must see this through. Let's go. Ashabelana isn't known for her patience.
She's the fucking oldest being on this goddamn planet. She should be fucking patient.
Well, no. So, Flemeth isn't that old.
But pretty fucking old.
Technically speaking, actual Flemeth is dead.
True. Because her mother took over her body.
Well, no. Flemeth was the original one.
Eh? Is this a fucking Gandalf the Grey to White kind of situation?
No. So, remember, it was the stories you've heard so far tell that, oh yeah, Flemeth extends her lifespan by inhabiting her daughters. Flemeth's mother never took over her. Flemeth is the original name. The original person in this line of daughters and the original mother to them. So, Flemeth's mother never took over her.
I see. Whoever's body was Morrigan's mother's body was taken over by her mother.
Remember how I said Flemeth's a god?
Yeah.
Well, that's like half true. Technically speaking, Flemeth is a god.
Is Flemeth my child?
What? No.
Time-traveling magic child.
Maybe it will be, eventually.
That's what I'm saying.
But, no. So, Flemeth is a god, but Flemeth isn't a god. If that makes any sense.
The spirit that's dwelling inside of her fucking vessel.
Yeah.
Like I said, a Gandalf the Grey White situation. Gandalf the Grey is
Not
the,
quite.
the
Not
name
quite.
of the vessel that he's inhabiting. And then that vessel dies, and then gets made anew. Like, even, like, Sauron had his, like, body, like, destroyed. It took him a millennia just to rebuild it. Looks a Shadow Warrior. Other than the laziness of a fucking developer who didn't want to texture an enemy. It looks like a bug that they decided to keep in. As a feature.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that.
I think when you get to Inquisition, Morrigan will finally give you the spiel on what Flemeth is. The way they explain it to you in Dragon Age Origins is just really, really simple. It's like, oh yeah, there's Flemeth, and then she had a kid and took over that kid, and then while in that kid took over the next kid, and 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 the next kid. Like, kinda, yeah, but it's also missing some details.
Also, let the kid get pregnant first before taking them over.
I can open the way forward. One moment.
She's a blood mage.
Yeah. That's why I would say, so she's an elemental mage. I'm like, kinda, a little bit, yeah.
If the element is iron.
Foolish. Very foolish.
Yes, it was blood magic, but I know what I'm doing. The spirit helped us, didn't it?
Sure, demons are very helpful.
Now you know what
Right
they're
up until they take your
ignorant
mind
about.
and turn you into a monster.
Why everyone doesn't
Well,
like her.
Yeah.
And why she's a better DPS
That
than
won't happen.
Bethany.
I know how to defend myself. Be careful up ahead. Restless things prowl the heights.
No, I'm not picking her.
Yeah, I did.
In the days of Arlathan, the elders came
What's
here
wrong
to
with the
sleep.
blood mage?
Well, let's see.
Listen up.
100% of the ones I've met
The
so far
endless
have been
dream
fucking
called it.
absolute shite.
But they don't sleep peacefully anymore.
This one's not bad. She said she knows what she's doing.
That's what they all say. They always say that.
What about the hero of Ferelden?
Was never a blood
The
mage.
hero of Ferelden could be a blood mage.
But he wasn't.
You drank a potion that was made with blood magic.
Once. But I didn't use any blood magic. Alright, it was just a phase that I just wanted to try it. I tried it once and I was done with it, okay?
Like Dragon Age said earlier during Origins. Awakenings, actually. Remember, was it blood magic or was blood just the ingredient for the fucking storyline of Awakenings?
Yeah.
Labels are labels.
Fucking blood magic.
I mean, what's worse? Snuffing lyrium all day or slitting your wrists?
Slit my wrist and cut my ass. I stayed away from the hard stuff, okay? I just did one of the gateway magics. And it wasn't for me, and I stopped, okay? Demonic rod. Gross. That's what I tell your mother.
I remember, and I told you already, I remember Bethany can die. It's probably what I'm remembering as losing Bethany, because I probably did that in one of my playthroughs. I don't remember what it was, though. Let me look it up. I looked it up and my eyes just went fucking wide. Oh my god! Right, I should tell him about that. So, be very careful if you take Bethany into the deep roads with you. Probably just shouldn't if this is your party comp.
Is she gonna become a brood mommy?
You need someone else. You need Anders to be present in the party during the Deep Roads expedition, otherwise she will die. 100% will die if you bring her. You must leave her back or also bring Anders. Something terrible will still happen to her if you bring her and Anders, but Anders will heal her.
Are they going to turn her into a brood mommy and then turn her back?
No, she just gets the taint.
Oh. Well, she didn't get the taint, alright.
And then, but she'll die if you just have her with you normally.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you this in any way. Game's like, oh, you're gonna bring your sister, buddy, yeah? Yeah, no. We're gonna kill her now, because you're clearly attached to her. So don't bring her.
Okay.
But you can bring her. She won't die. Whoa.
Hey, Janeway.
And here we are. A witch.
It's all right, Fenris. She means us no
Dude,
harm.
she could be a Kingdom Hearts plot point. Look at her eyes.
Yeah, she's Aenorted.
I see. So young and bright.
That is kind of the plot behind her, too.
Beyond that title.
I know only a little.
Then stand. The people bend their knee too quickly. So refreshing to see someone who keeps their end of a bargain. I half expected my amulet to end up in a merchant's pocket.
I agreed to deliver the amulet, though you could have told me you were inside it.
Just a piece. A small piece. But it was all I needed. A bit of security, should the inevitable
Because we
occur.
killed her.
And if I know my Morrigan, it already
I was waiting
has.
so long for you to get to this.
So, It wasn't that we didn't kill Morrigan or Flemeth when she turned into a dragon. It was that we really did kill Flemeth.
Yeah.
And the only reason why Flemeth exists right now is because she sharded herself into this amulet.
Because of him.
Because of him.
Because he did it. So not only did Flemeth save both of your protagonists,
She saved herself.
and kind of set them on the path to their destinies and clearly have plans for both of them, but this one totally fucked over the first one.
Way to go, cousin!
You just fucked over your girlfriend.
You are no simple witch.
Figure that out yourself, did you?
I have seen powerful mages, spirits, and abominations, but you are none of those things. What are you?
Such a curious land. The chains are broken, but are you truly free?
You see a great deal.
I am a fly in the ointment. I am a whisper in the shadows. I am also an old, old woman. More than that, you need not know.
Is that someone I should know?
She's a girl who thinks she knows what is what better than I or anyone. And why not? I raised her to be as she is. I cannot expect her to be less.
I'm not sure whether she's your daughter or your enemy.
Vessel.
Neither is she.
Why did you need me to bring you here?
Because I had an appointment to keep. And because I did not want to be followed, you smuggled me here quite nicely.
I don't understand. Are you some kind of vision?
I'm God.
Must I be in only one place? Bodies are such limiting things. I am but a fragment cast adrift from the whole, a bit of flotsam to cling to in the storm.
A fragment?
That's honest. It's
You do
cryptic,
not
but
need
it's
to
honest.
understand, child. Know only that you may have saved my life, just as I once saved yours. An even trade, I think.
You have plans, I take it?
Destiny awaits us both, dear boy. We have much to do. Before I go, a word of advice. We stand upon the precipice of change. The world fears the inevitable plummet into the abyss. Watch for that moment, and when it comes, do not hesitate to leap. It is only when you fall that you learn whether you can fly.
Must be nice to have wings.
What should I do?
Do as I do. Become a dragon. You could never be a dragon. As for you, child, step carefully. No path is darker than when your eyes are shut.
Maceranus Ashabelinar.
Now the time has come for me to leave. You have my thanks and my sympathy.
How much of Flemeth did we kill? And how much of Flemeth was that?
So, first thing, technically for your protagonist, that is now it for Flemeth. Flemeth is done meddling with your protagonists. That was the last of it, pretty much. Technically speaking, that is still all of Flemeth. The fragment is referring to the spirit inside of Flemeth.
Okay.
It really is a Xehanorded kind of plot.
Alright. So let's say there's this eldritch god
Okay.
of chaos and entropy.
Uh-huh.
And decides, I want to meddle in affairs. Goes to a human named Flemeth, says, I will give you unlimited power, but you must do my bidding, and here's all the things you will have to do throughout your lifetimes.
Uh-huh.
Here is the power to do it, and go in and do my bidding.
Uh-huh.
Is that what the situation is?
No, but you're half on the right track. You can wait till Morgan tells you, or I can tell you.
I think I can wait a little bit. Let's see if I can piece it together.
A little bit. Okay. But like, you're not going to see much more of Flemeth until Morgan tells you.
True, true.
I think you'll see her one more time, and I think that's still an Inquisition.
Serana's child, your debt is paid in full.
And Morgan's not going to tell you
late
until
to
the
change
end
your
of
mind,
Inquisition.
Dareth Shiral, Keeper. I'm ready. Let's depart.
You'll be at my party whenever I need Bethany to be at a party, and she can't be there.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you're staying the fuck out, Blood Mage.
I mean, you could always just bring Anders instead.
True, because he's a better healer.
Elganon.
There's a reason you get 3 mages in this one.
Is this really where the elves live?
Yes, this is it.
Not the prettiest part of Kirkwall, but it doesn't have a view of the giant chains. Take what you can get.
I didn't think it would be so... I've never seen so many people in one place before. It seems so lonely.
You already know me. You'll make other friends soon enough.
Guy. Thank you.
She has to
Thank
live
you
here
for
now.
everything.
Yeah,
For all your help.
she can't live anywhere else.
Will you come visit me? Not now, of course. But maybe later. I could use a friend.
I'd like to.
I don't
Meryl.
think so.
Thank you.
Fucking blood
I'm
mage.
thanking you too much, aren't I? I mean it, though.
I still don't know who I preferred, Meryl or Leliana. But I know for a fact I don't care about anybody in Inquisition. Not that it matters, because the protagonist of Inquisition is kind of just a plot device.
I didn't think you'd come.
Meryl's house!
I'll find something relatively clean for you to sit on.
Bigger than your fucking uncle's house.
Yeah.
Can I get you something to eat or drink? I have water.
I came here to see you, Meryl. You don't have to fuss over me.
You're so kind. My first guest, and I'm already a terrible host. I wanted to thank you for bringing me here, but I'm making a mess of it.
I'm not sure this was a kindness.
It's not pretty, but this is where I need to be. I haven't exactly had many friends. Not even among my own clan. This is... tricky.
What made you unpopular with the Dalish?
Being first to the Keeper, I was always a bit secluded. I studied magic and history while the others were learning the Via Tanadal. It's good that I left. I'd have made a terrible Keeper. I was never that good with people.
You seem to be getting the hang of it already.
I'm glad you think so. Thank you for coming to visit me, Hawke. It means a lot to me.
She hated me for that? What a bitch. She hated me for visiting her.
I swear, if I come back and I'm editing this footage, like 6 months from now, you like how I'm adding a month every time?
Yeah.
6 months from now, and I'm editing this footage, and I hear some stupid bullshit of you and the mic, I'm stealing one of his fries. I swear to God, you're coming back from deployment to some shit.
I can promise you the thought never occurred to me. I should.
Because I've edited enough stuff where you've gone ahead and done some stupid shit like that. And I've cut most of it out, but it happens enough.
I should have done it, though.
You should have.
I should have done it.
Honestly, yeah, you should have. But
I should have done it.
still, 6 months from now, I'll kick your ass, buddy.
Carry on my wayward son.
I am sorry for your loss, mistress. But I can offer your son mercy only if he turns himself in.
I'm trying to find him, but...
The Templars cannot tolerate apostates.
Can we help this woman? This could be Mother.
It sounds like your son is in trouble. Is there anything I can do?
You You heard all of that and still you would help? An apostate? Oh, thank you. I am Ariane. My boy, Fenrir. He's all I have. All my family. When I learned he had magic, I could not bear to send him to the Circle. But his connection to the Fade, it gives him nightmares. Dreams of demons speaking in his mind. I would rather lose him to the Circle than to himself.
Did your son run away?
He learned I had contacted Sir Thrask. He felt I betrayed his trust. He thinks he can live free of the Circle. But I am afraid without proper training, he'll kill himself.
Those look like Dalish tattoos. Why do you live in the city?
I was born to the Dalish, but came to Kirkwall for a time and dallied with a human merchant, Vincento. When I found I was with child, neither Vincento nor my tribe wished the burden of an elf-blooded human infant. I raised Fenrir myself, here in the alienage.
Tell me the whole story.
I learned years ago that my
No,
son
about
likely
you.
had magical talent, but we could not bear the thought of him locked in the gallows. So we hid. When the nightmares began, Fenrir still refused to contact the Circle. But I truly think they are the only people who might save his life.
I mean, he might be okay right now, but
What kind of
might be
dreams
too
is he
late.
having?
He dreams of demons, calling to him, pulling him into their world. Every day, it grows harder to wake him. That is why I turned to the Circle. They are the only ones that can protect a mage from his own powers.
What exactly do you need me to do?
Just find him, please. Bring him somewhere
It's not
safe.
that they can protect
don't
you,
know
they
where Fenrir
train
is
you
gone.
to protect
there are
yourself,
two
and if you
places you must
fail, they
hurt yourself.
fucking kill you.
Sir Thrask
No,
has
they
been
neuter
looking
you
for him.
emotionally.
If you speak to him in the gallows, he'll be
Or
able
kill
to tell
you.
you
Or
what
kill
ground he's already
But
covered.
you can fail
Fenrir's father,
in that you get
Vincento,
taken over by a
recently
demon
returned from
while
Antiva.
they're putting you
He's
through
a
the
merchant
harrowing.
in the Lowtown Bazaar.
Then they kill you if you
Fenrir
fail
might
that.
have sought him out.
They
Tell me
neuter
about this
you
Templar.
if they don't
believe
think
he's a good
you'd
man.
survive the
He doesn't
harrowing to
hate
begin with.
mages.
You only get to do the harrowing
sees what
if
it
they
took me
think
too long
you have
to
a good
realize.
chance of succeeding.
Even the best-intentioned mages are at the mercy of their sleeping minds. There are other Templars who are much less sympathetic.
Could you be like a 40-year-old man and only then finally be able for them to think you'd pass the harrowing?
No, they wouldn't let it get that far.
Hmm.
Because they take you all as babies. So, or children.
You and Fenrir's father are not married.
You go through all the training.
Templar
If you're
have
showing
no
promise, they
desire
keep
for a
training you
wife
until you're ready
or
for the
an
harrowing.
elf-blooded
Go through the
child.
harrowing.
What if you're just a
I haven't
really
seen him
slow
since the day
learner?
I told him.
But you are making
I
progress.
have
Depends
written, though,
how slow.
to keep him informed
If
about
it's-
his child.
Like, if
Fenrir
you're gonna
wanted to
die
meet him.
by the time you're ready, they're just gonna neuter you early. You need to be making good progress.
I will not leave you fearful for a moment longer than necessary.
Like, you
Magic
need to
can
be
be a
ready
fearful
to
gift.
do the harrowing by the time
Your
you're an
son
adult.
deserves the best aid learning how to manage it.
Don't coddle this boy. If he is a mage, he's dangerous and belongs in the Circle.
Thank you. It has been a lonely time hiding. It's almost a relief to finally confront this openly.
Just for the record, in your quest to figure out shit about Flemeth, where you were when you summoned Flemeth was supposed to be the thing that tells you the piece of information you're missing.
That's funny.
The location that you were at.
I think I found something of yours.
You found this? I don't know what to say.
I hate these kinds of quests. There's no meaning behind it. There's nothing to be gained. Just
There's money.
money.
You gain money.
Oh yeah, money. That's right. Money is important. You can't just have infinite money.
That's right.
Let me see.
These quests have a purpose, just not for you. Because you're a cheater. The Deep Roads is the final quest of this, in case you do want to try a main quest. Just avoid the Deep Roads.
Okay.
Avoid that. They're all relevant to setting up the next, like, arc, let's call it. But the Deep Roads specifically is the quest that's going to bring you into the point of no return for this year.
Okay.
I think you've got enough coin together to get in on the expedition. We ought to go see my brother.
No.
I found your son.
Son? I don't know what you're talking about.
If you stop pretending nothing's wrong, maybe you can help him.
You think you know it all, don't you? I am not going to lose my son because a handful of elves make up ridiculous stories. You'll not mention this again.
Convince me not to.
I don't want to lose his vote. What do I do?
It's a good question. I feel like I would feel like the money's the thing you get from him, but was the guy's name Samus?
Don't know.
No, I don't think this is it. There's a lot of quests in this game where you save someone's son.
Yeah.
Turn to Magistrate Van Ard in Hightown. Speak to him formally. Turn in the quest.
I didn't expect to see this.
And if he lives, the Magistrate will dismiss Hawke's claims. Regardless of Kelder's status or Hawke's blackmailing, the Magistrate is never seen again and has no further effect.
Cool.
Take his fucking money!
Is there another magistrate whose son murders children? What are the odds?
Keep your voice down. I am not going to lose my son because a handful of elves
Convince
make up
me not
ridiculous
to.
stories.
Put some money in my hand.
You paid for my services, not my silence. And I'd say that to you, silence is worth just as much.
Are you blackmailing me? You disgusting, pathetic. Fine. Take it. I do not want to see or hear from you again.
2 gold? That's a whole hooker!
Oh man. That's all I'm worth? 1 hooker?
Yes. Like, here, take this. I was gonna spend it somewhere else, but guess this is good enough.
I've heard about the Circle of Magi outside of the Imperium, but I've never been in one. Are you certain it's wise for us to come here, considering who we're with?
Maybe not. But we'll be cautious.
This seems more like a prison. I wonder if it's more effective than the Circle I know.
How is the Imperial Circle of Magi
It's
different?
like the opposite.
Once upon a time, it was as it is here. The Chantry watched the Magisters closely for any signs of corruption or weakness. Then it changed. The Magisters were permitted to watch over their own, and Templars kept only to enforce the law. What happened next was inevitable. The Magisters rule again, as powerful as they ever were.
You said the Chantry used to watch the Magisters. Why did they stop?
You must remember that the attitude towards magic is different in Tevinter. Magisters came from wealthy families, bloodlines that had nurtured magical talent for countless generations. The Chantry was not trying to control poor peasants, but the scions of the greatest houses in the Imperium.
I thought the Magisters had been thrown down by the Chantry.
On the contrary, Andraste never defeated the Imperium. A great army conquered the south, but not the north. The Magisters eventually surrendered to the Chantry, but they did so on their terms. They kept their influence. Thus, they reclaimed what they lost over the centuries. Some battles are lost by inches.
You talk about the Magisters as if they are all evil.
I have no doubt that some are good and noble men, strong enough to resist temptation. But how many temptations do you wish to offer a man before he will give in? Blood magic is everywhere in Tevinter, from the lowliest apprentice up to the Archon himself.
I can't wait
You
to
can't
play
have
in
seen this
Tevinter.
for yourself.
It's gonna be great.
Everyone's a blood
Mary's
mage.
talked about it often. Of course, they say it's forbidden. Behind the smiles and closed doors, however, it's a different matter. To be a Magister in Tevinter is to be glorious. To be a powerful Magister in Tevinter, that is worth any price.
You're saying the same thing could happen here?
If the mages were permitted to be their own watchers, of course. It is too easy for a mage to resort to blood magic if they feel the need is great enough. A mage can desire power, justice, revenge, protection. Any cause will do, and then they are lost.
You can't say every mage is corrupt.
All I am saying is the Imperium offers no answer. All that Andraste did long ago to end the tyranny of magic has been undone.
Tyranny of magic? Very dramatic.
Let me show you my
More
own
like
land, or
Tyranny
ruins
of the
Arlathan,
Tevinter.
and then you may speak of drama.
But we
Power
all look at it
corrupts,
a
as
different
they
way.
say, and mages have power enough already.
Treating every mage like a criminal isn't the answer.
And not every mage deserves the benefit of the doubt.
I think you need to be quiet now.
Freedom is a noble ideal, but I see no oppression here. I see fear and danger. But enough. I'm sure we came here for a reason.
Big rivalry.
People talk about the Circle like it's a prison. It's no different than anywhere in Thedas.
I want to be inside of Thedas.